The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Well, hello. It's been a fucking New York minute, hasn't it? We are back. What's the script? The very Scottish movie review podcast, Series 5, Episode 4. My name is Craig, and with me, as always, another handsome guy with a beard, Mr. Chris. How are we, Chris?
Howdy, JJ. Aye, everything is fun, dabby dozy.
That's a better, I like that word, fandabby-dozy.
Oh, you like that, do you? Does that bring back nostalgia there?
Brings me back memories of Nicola Sturgeon dressed as Jimmy Cranky. It's fabulous. So, aye, folks, it has been. You used to go and see them, did you?
Aye, of course I did. Everybody went to see the fucking Crankies. Is it no right a passage?
Aye, they did. They done panto at the Pavilion or the Kings for like 20 years. So I remember going with the BB or the school to that panto, and there's about 40s. It's just Wayne's screaming. Ah! Aye, Jimmy Crankies. I remember the day I found out she was a woman and they were married. And I was, oh no, no. Something all right with that guy. No. Huh? No. Ian's his name. Worth a watching, that bastard, let me tell you.
What was the other one? Was it the fucking the singing kettle? You took to that and all, man. Fucking hell.
Well, you're of an age to have been taken to that. And do you know what? I was probably there because I was working at it. I was doing the stage and all that at the SECC. I remember getting in there for the breakdown, waiting on it finishing and watching the end of it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit, man? All the ends. Ah! And then the people that were doing it couldn't sing. Here come the penguins. Na, 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 na. There's a spin. Now they chucked it. There's a spin after it. And I can't mind what they were called, but they done it as well just before COVID. And the boys were babies, man. They weren't even one yet. And we took them to the Armadillo. Exact same under a new name. And it was the same people and all that. I've got photos and videos somewhere, man. It was what a laugh. I remember just being raging because I never picked my boys for it because I'm in the front row. Right, let's see a show of hands. I'm up and my boys picked them up. Ah, fucking look at me. Pick them. Because it was on a DVD. Yeah. So needless to say, we never got on a DVD. I was raging. Good times, but bloody good times.
But there you go. The singing kettle and the Crankies. Who'd have thought it? They get a shout out.
Aye, and who would doubt that we are Scottish? There you go. Christ, if we talk any longer, we'll go into Glenn Michael's cartoon cavalcade. Wonder if they got that in England. Absolutely, he's still alive. He's nearly 100-year-old, that guy. Yeah. Anyway, we digress. Welcome back, folks. We are, as I said, what's the script? It's been a long time, 3 weeks or something, I think, since we've done the last pod. Only on episode 4 of Series 5. Big thanks to Quaint, who provide our title music, as always. Always say, give them a shout, give them a listen, give them a follow on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that bloody good stuff. But apart from that, you can find us on all the usual platforms, which are Twitter, because I'm not calling it X anymore, YouTube, Facebook. I post some stuff on Instagram. Chris is all over a TikTok like fucking white on rice. So get on that and get a follow. And obviously you can listen to us on all the audible platforms, wherever you get your podcast. And the YouTube as well. Usually be watching YouTube if you're having a wee drink one night and want to laugh, because the YouTube's... We fell out with YouTube. They fell out with us. We went for nearly 30,000 people watching American Pie the Wedding to like 60 and 20 and all that. It's baffling. We can't work it out. We can't work out the YouTube. But thanks for everybody that does stick with us. So, Chris, what's been happening the last 3 weeks? You been up to, mate? What's going down?
Oh, well, mate. The good Lord tried to come and take my Dakota from me, but I said nay.
Aye,
Aye, mate. So I've just been playing Animal Hospital. That doesn't mean I've been dressing up as Rolf Harris and touching hamsters and stuff.
Oh,
but
hey, whoa, hey. Can you guess what it is yet? Aye, it's your penis. Get away from me. You dirty bearded bastard that you are.
Look at that, no hands. Doug's like, here you cheeky bastard.
Honest. Yeah, I'm going to draw you a picture, mate, with my special pen. Stay there, Mr. Canvas. When you said didgeridoo, I didn't have that in mind, you fucking creepy bastards.
Wobbleboard. I wobble your jaw, you bastard.
Two little boys had two little toys. I fucking know what these toys were. Sorry, mate. So your poor Dakota, your dog, how is she?
Aye, she survived. She's shaven and scarred, but she's the attempt on. It's in the.
Get back to Rolf Harris again.
It's in the hall, getting at the old Palpatine. The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed.
Brilliant. Aye, I could just imagine it sitting there at the vet's waiting you coming in. Daddy, you're alive.
Bye. So apart from being the dog nurse and all that stuff, it's just been watching so many films. I actually watched so many films, I had to stop and just started watching Practical Jokers for the beginning because it was getting too much, man.
I'll need to go on that. I've seen a rake of them. Or I think it used to get put on dead late at night and all that. I think I've watched a lot of them drunk and stuff, but aye, good people. I just can't believe that after a long time they were on the telly, weren't they? I can't believe that still people in America didn't know who the fuck they were.
Oh dear, man. But aye, that was myself, mate. What about yourself? What about yourself? What's been happening in the 3 weeks, man?
Well, in sadder news, the good Lord came to take my dog, and he took him. Poor Donoso. God rest you, son. In a better place, but he was fucking really no well. No, he just took a right dip in a fortnight, man. He went from having old age to everything no working. It was a shame. And it was even more a shame, although it's probably a good thing that while he get put down, I was in Turkey. For those that don't know, I went to Turkey for an operation it's called a gastric sleeve to get, I think it was 80 or 85% of my stomach taken away to help aid me in my fight against the tummy to try and lose weight and all that. So, but it was a success. It was a good experience. And I'm back and I'm healthy and I'm teetering on 2 stone. I've lost in 18, 19 days or something. So that's that. And then we've had the Waynes off. The Waynes going back to school. All that transition, which has been night and day compared to last year, especially with Archie being on the spectrum. Do you know what I mean? He's been great. But like you, I watched an absolute, here's my word again, plethora of ocular stimuli. Here we go. Beat that. Before I tell you what I watched, mate, I'll let you go first. What did you?
At the end of this, it's been 84 years.
3 hours later.
So I'll try and be quick.
Well, round them all off and then embellish on a couple.
I watched Southern Comfort, Only the Brave, My Cousin Vinny, Human Traffic, Thelma and Louise, The Greatest Showman, Frost Nixon, Kill the Irishman, Vampires, Apocalypse Now, Catch Me If You Can, World Trade Center, Towering Inferno, Lethal Weapon, The Way Back, The Frighteners, The Seventh Sign, The Road to Perdition, Love Lies Bleeding, Twisters, McKean, The Meg, Chips, Law and Order, Dark Shadows, Alien, Aliens, Alien Romulus.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Fucking, I pulled a hamstring reading that out there.
That was an absolute plethora. Welcome to my world.
And
so a couple of new ones in there, weren't there? Aye.
There was a couple of I watched Twisters, right? And it's a film about Twisters, but
not
what they were
smally.
advertising is the biggest fucking crowd pleaser thing to see, you know, that since Maverick. That was a lie. That was a lie.
Aye. That PR was just over the top. It set everybody up for a fall, I think. Not a fall as much, but it was grossly over PR'd. I mean, it's like me saying that I've got a 10-inch willy, you know what I mean? It's you eventually get there and you're like, oh, come on, you lied to me. What the fuck is that? Where is it? I thought it was all right, but I was let down with whoa, you need to see this, best thing for Maverick. And I still maintain, I think there was a better story to be had in the last 3-minute outro.
Yeah, definitely. Just didn't. It just wasn't to be. But there was some right classics in there and all. Towering Inferno. It was right in amongst that, like a dog eating beetroot. It was like, oh.
I wonder how many people or studios or directors or people with a bit of cash have said, I wonder if we could go and redo that, and then they've watched it and just thought, leave it. That's just fucking awesome. I'll leave it alone. It's what a movie, mate. What a cast in it.
Aye. Definitely, man.
And nobody's off limits to getting a tragic fall into the burning fire, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So many deaths. So you watching it, I nearly put on the Poseidon Adventure right after it. I was like,
I had that right in my head. I think the two were kind of back to back, or no far apart when they originally came out, and they were smashing.
Aye. Oh, it was a good watch. McKean, nah, was it for me? Just, I don't know, man. It was just a film. I don't know what it wanted to be or do. So it just lies in the pile of meh.
Lies in the pile of, I've seen it, mate. I'll never watch it again.
Yesterday, I went and seen Alien Romulus, and I am going to characterize it as pish. So fucking pish. I mean, there was a part in that film where my body violently reacted to want to kick the screen. Like, why are you fucking doing that? And no again, like spoilers away, right? But
I know, but there's a part anyway, you've told me.
They need to go through this room, and they need to be ultra cool, right? Ultra cool, so as no to kickstart fucking absolute chaos and die. And a prick not only does he answer his fucking walkie-talkie, he then has a conversation. Like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. So pish, man. Pish. Oh, how the fuck can you get it so wrong with fucking aliens? How do you get it right?
We've talked about it, haven't we?
Oh.
That was this thing I said to you as well. I mean, how can you keep getting this wrong? I've seen people that we know, and I've seen other people saying that it's great, they thoroughly enjoyed it. And you know what? Kudos to you. I'm glad you did and all that. I just see this as something that just can't be getting done so poorly, man. It's such a brilliant premise, it's such a brilliant lore. And as I say to you, something simple. How can we not just crash an asteroid or a spaceship into Earth today full of eggs and see how that fucking grabs us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be good. Just simple, but
There's just things
we
that
said
just
before it, didn't we? About the cast being an awfully young cast, and
aye.
but even at
See,
that, mhm,
I went to see it with my dad, right? And he was reading reviews and all this shit, right? And there was a guy talking about like, oh, it's great how they went with a young cast that can carry this franchise forward. And I'm like that. Have you ever paid attention to when a young cast is cast? They're cannon fodder.
mhm,
They'll know making the next film,
aye,
especially an alien film. What
exactly.
fucking hell, man?
And as I was
Oh,
going to say there, as much as the young cast maybe didn't help it, I don't think it's their fault. I mean, you can have a great cast if the story's shite, the film's still shite. Look at Amsterdam. You know what I mean? I was like, fucking look at this cast is going to be good. What a fucking letdown that was. And then, like you, I seen Romulus as well, and I was like, that's what I felt like. Just like, oh, fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't have a good time. I'm not going to watch it again.
it's just even see the last bit I know because I'd seen a few TikToks and people talking like, oh,
Oh my god, the
watching the
final act. Aye.
I watching the first away like, oh, aye, this is good, and then that last bit, oh my god, and I was like, oh, have you not learned your fucking lesson for the fourth film? Nobody fucking wanted that the first time round, but you thought, let's do it again because we've got CGI this time. Wanks, man. Fucking wanks.
Aliens, the second one, will never be beaten for me. People still say the original's great and all that, and it was for a time, but Aliens came out after that, and I think Aliens is the pinnacle. It beats the first gen, it beats any other one after it. So it does. Just I hate that wee lassie.
Nah, man. It was just disappointed by it big time. Because it was one of the films I thought, oh yeah, so getting an alien film this year. And it looked the part for what you seen, and it just fucking just done man up. Just
Definitely.
it's I don't right. Even at the end of the film, the lassie's no keen on that stuff. Seeing the vials, right? She's no keen on it, right? And then she sees what it does, right? But still keeps it. Why not just fire that into the fucking sun? Like airlock, boom, cheery bye. Know what I mean?
Aye, this could be dangerous. We don't want this
Aye,
getting fucking let out.
fucking hell, man. Oh, oh, no, man, no. But enough of my fucking moans. What did you watch, mate? What did you watch?
Oh, I've wrote down here the hospital ceiling in Turkey. Deadpool and Wolverine. Seen that 5 times now. I think that's me. I think that's me hit my ceiling. Finished House of the Dragon Series 2. Smashing. Can't wait for Series 3. The Strangers. Chapter 1. Utter fucking pish. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Super bad. Trap. The Umbrella Academy. Grown Ups 1 and 2. Alien Romulus. White Chicks. Yesterday. Cobra Kai. Happy Gilmore. Big Daddy. 51st Dates. Went on an Adam Sandler fucking pinch. The Water Boy. I'll leave it there, man. I've already talked about Alien Romulus. We've already talked in depth about Deadpool Wolverine, my last one. Trap was all right, was good. Again, there's so much in it. You could pick holes in, but because everything just seems to fall into place for him to get out of that. Did you watch Trap?
I've not seen it yet.
No, I'll not get into too much detail. I thought Thingy was good in it. Would you cry him again? What's his name?
Josh.
Hartnett. Aye, I thought he was good in it. Played quite a good psycho. Played a doting father very well, and then just could flick. I liked that. I thought it was pretty good. And the wee lassie was good in it and all that as well. Definitely worth a watch. Just things just seem to fall in place so easily for him for a wee time there and all that. But I get a watch. It was all right. But for something to have a serial killer in it, And I'm not going to say anywhere because it's a spoiler. But that was it, mate. Cobra Kai, the first part of the last series, didn't like that. I thought it was garbage, man. It's for something that started so great and got up to a point, it was so nostalgic and so good. I hope the back end of this last series is going to be a bit better, but it just seems to be samey. I think they've maybe one series too many, but then Netflix are good at that, aren't they? They see something that's a hit, and then they try to wring out as much as they can out of it, and eventually end up making a fucking mess of it. I mean, that Squid Game was great. Then they made a real-time game show thing out of it. That was fucking awful. And now they're making a series 2, the original, and no. I think the only thing Netflix has got a bit of longevity is fucking Stranger Things.
Aye.
But there again, that was meant to end, wasn't it? And now again, we've got more coming. What can they fucking do here? So that was me, mate. That was 3 weeks. I'm sure I've watched other things in there as well. When I was in hospital, I had one channel in English for 5 days, and it was on loop. It was like FX, I think it was, and it had on it The Walking Dead, Lost, The Rookie, 911, just on loop for 5 days. Episodes of that, so that was no bad. I think I need to start The Rookie because it looks a bit of fun. But that's it, mate. On the social front, before we get into this week's movie, Facebook page is up to 275 souls. Thank you all, because you're interacting really, really well, and I look forward to the Friday now because I've got a wee thing that comes up and goes, what have we watched Friday? And it comes up every Friday, and people are right into it. YouTube, 295 souls, and the X page or Twitter, which Chris is running, is up to 1,782 souls. I've used souls because I'm in a bit of a maritime fucking mood. I don't know why. But shout out to Seismic Cinema, Diabolical, and Wreckfast. We are going to be collabing very soon with the Wreckfast boys, which is going to be good. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get a couple of jars in, although I can't drink that for another 3 weeks. And Diabolical, we're going to get them on our side this time. So stay tuned and set your bells to Malky. But this week, it was my pick from Chris's list way back so many weeks ago. And I managed to pick out a classic. Well, I'm very glad I picked it, to be honest with you. Planes, Trains and Automobiles for 1987, starring John Candy and your man Steve Martin, who's never had dark hair. But he's got dark eyebrows, the boy. Chris, your film is on your list. Tell us a wee bit about it. How it makes you feel.
Oh, well, it's a fun favourite. It's a fun favourite. I actually remember the first time I watched it. It was actually down Doncaster because my dad was staying down Doncaster at the time and came on and we just watched it. And ever since, aye, definitely fun favourite. Humour in it, superb. And for me, I think it's John Candy's best film. So, but before we get into it, do you want a rundown of what happened in 1987 when Planes, Trains and Automobiles graced the silver screen?
This is what I've been waiting for, because this is my favourite part now in this new series. Take it away, Miss Chris, and don't be shy to take your time. Let's fucking get right into it. Tell me some stuff.
All right. Well, here's some events that happened. The first ever Rugby World Cup took place. There you go.
Did not know that.
Michael Jackson released the Bad album.
Oh.
There you go. It's not bad, that. It's not bad, that. Aye. Nicky Six from Motley Crue overdoses and is declared pan-breed. Did. But later survived.
Made a habit of that,
I threw this in because you'll like this one. The album Appetite for Destruction is released. Know what I mean?
July 1987, mate.
Everybody had long hair and a fucking attitude. And the bold Ronald Reagan challenged Gorbachev to tear down the Berlin Wall. Know what I mean? It's not every day that happens.
Oh, it's a busy time.
Oh, it was. Aye, fucking was. We're getting told down everywhere. But the Oscars in 1987, Paul Newman won Best Actor for Colour of Money. Best Supporting Actor was Michael Caine for Hannah and Her Sisters. Best Actress was Marlene Matlin, Children of a Lesser God. Best Supporting Actress was Diane West for Hannah and Her Sisters. Best Director was Oliver Stone for Platoon. And Best Picture was Platoon. So that was your Oscars there.
We've done
I've
Platoon,
not
haven't we?
seen. We've done Platoon. I like Platoon. Platoon's good there. Deaths. Some famous deaths.
Oh no.
And Andy Warhol left us. Fred Astaire left us. Rita Hayworth. Lee Marvin. Will Sampson. And Jackie Gleason. They all parted. So they did.
Who's Will Sampson?
That's the big Native American and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Really?
Aye.
Oh.
Aye, he was in Poltergeist too. I know.
Oh,
William. Sure, that's the same.
I thought you were still with William. Oh no.
Movies that came out in the same year.
Excuse me.
The Princess Bride, The Lost Boys, Full Metal Jacket, Predator, RoboCop, Dirty Dancing, The Untouchables, Lethal Weapon, and Dream Warriors.
What a fucking time to be alive!
I know,
oh, it's never.
It gets better. It gets better. The songs that were out, the discotheque would have been fucking tremendous. I'll tell you now. Right. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston was it? Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, Starship, Here I Go Again, Whitesnake, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi, With or Without You, U2, I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany, I Knew You Were Waiting by Aretha Franklin and George Michael, and Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac. The amount of fanny dancing. Oh.
Do you know? It's amazing. Before you started rhyming them off, I'm like, he's going to rhyme every song after this album that I used to have at that age. And there was an album out called The Hits 6. And it was a double album on tape, and I had it in my Walkman on it, and all the songs were on it. And I played it to fucking distraction. There was also Star Trekking across the universe. That was on it. There was Wet, 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 Wishing I Was Lucky. And Neil Lennon's favourite song, The Higher You Build Your Barriers Away. That one, Something Inside So Strong. Mate, what a year. And I think Living Daylights was it as well. And 1987, mate, I was 9-year-old. It was a fantastic time to be alive. Graham Souness was just in the building at Ibrox. Oh, there was orange buses on the fucking streets. And do you know what I mean? I had glow-in-the-dark Flintstone denims and big pony trainers and all that. Oh, it was great. What a time.
Aye, mate, as I was jotting that down, the fucking jealousy that was rising up in me, I'm like, bastards. Fucking bastards.
Yeah, do you know what, but didn't even know we were born. You know what I
mean? There's that saying. Don't know, you're fucking, but I bet the cocaine would have been smashing back then, I know, judging by the looks of it.
It would have been. There was a dancing, right? There's a book out, I've read the book, and I can't remember what it was called. It might be something simple like the Cocaine Diaries, right? I might be wrong, but it's about Glasgow and the coke scene coming into play in Glasgow and all that. And there was a club that all the well-to-do people went to, and it was somewhere in St Enoch's Square or at the back of it, and it was quite a high society thing. One of the ones where the lassies walked about with fucking like Playboy bunnies and fucking shorts on. And two of the waitresses in there were Carol Smiley and Lorraine Kelly, cutting about their scants, tits out and all that. And all the football players and the people in television and all that were in there. And that Charlie was kind of rife. I need to find out what that book was called. Guess there's information, I suppose. But there you are. 1987 would have been the fucking pinnacle of that shit.
No, I mean, you fucking come out to dancing like, oh, fucking, that was no bad, that tune, wasn't it? Aye. Why you go to the pictures later? Suit. Predator, RoboCop, fucking, all right, I will do both for him.
Oh, your biggest problem back then would have been not having enough time to enjoy the good stuff, man. That's amazing.
Aye. But aye, there you go. 87. a wee rundown of 87 highlights there. Know what I mean?
Brilliant, mate. Great
Could have
factoids.
done who
Great
was born
factoids.
in that time, I know, because fucking I think Leo Messi and everything was born. Know what I mean? It was fucking it was a gracious period in the time of human
Jesus.
beings.
I'll tell you, simpler times and cheaper prices across the board. But also, as we have alluded to in that year, was the cinematic release of Planes, Trains and Automobiles, mate. It released in February 1988 in the UK and directed by John Hughes. So tell us a wee bit more about it, mate. Who was in it? What was the financials and the like?
Aye, right, well, we'll start with the cast. We'll get this, obviously Steve Martin, John Candy, Laila Robbins, Michael McKean, Kevin Bacon with a wee cameo, and Dylan Baker. That's the ones I wrote down because they're there, know what I mean? But there's other people in it that you do know, but they're only in it kind of fleeting sort of thing. The budget for the film was $15 million, according to the internet, and it brought in 49.5 million. So, I mean, it made money, but people would probably go, "Oh, was it that such a success? Was it?" But, aye, fucking made money, didn't it? So,
Aye. Excellent, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's got an IMDb score of 7.6 out of 10 and a Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 92%. There you are.
aye, mate, it's well, like I already says, I'm a fan of John Candy, and I'm of the opinion this is his best film.
It's up there, definitely up there. I've got a slight leaning towards Uncle Buck because it's his film.
See, this is people might think I'm crazy, right?
Oh no, here we go.
Just that, get the red string out. See, for years, mate, I thought this character, right, in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was Uncle Buck, right? Obviously, they wouldn't have Steve Martin and Laila Robinson and as the Monda and Uncle Buck, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see the same wee boy that's in this. He's also the kind of the older boy and Uncle Buck.
But
Now,
Bug?
you've got aye, and you've got the ma, the da, right? You've got two boys and the daughter, Uncle Buck, daughter, an older boy, and obviously Macaulay Culkin. And you're just thinking, why does Uncle Buck not look like his dad? That's because he's not a blood relative. He just became the uncle. And I thought this was the origins. You know what I mean? It was just, it was smashing, so it was, but it's no linked at all.
No, it's no. That's probably the reason why you lost me halfway through that. I was like, let's keep going with this. But aye, I can see how a younger mind would maybe be, oh, same guy, that, by the way. But unfortunately, it wasn't. There you go. So I was kind of bummed out when I realised that it didn't win fuck all apart from one thing. And it was an award for John Candy as the funniest actor in a motion picture in a leading role. And it wasn't a kind of award a note up at the top end of the escalons, but then you rhymed off the films that were out in 1987 and who won what, and kind of piece for that now. Plus, I think it's very hard for a comedy to win a lot of awards, even though I would say that the cinematography in this, with the settings and locations and all that, was just for $15 million, man, was absolutely brilliant.
Aye, it's superb, man. It's a brilliant film. Like you says, it's not going to get awards because comedy films don't get them. Know what I mean? We usually rip the arse at it that there'll be a film about a poly bag that's floated through London. Know what I mean? It'll be in black and white and it'll end with Finn instead of the end. And they'll be like, oh!
Aye, well, that man you rhymed off of Michael Caine there, I've never heard of that.
Same. So, what usually happens is, see, when you do this, I'll need to go and find it and watch it. Know what I mean? And I'll probably sit there and go, oh!
And you probably will be, probably black and white, silhouetted, like the light on the side of your face there. It'll be Michael Caine. Today was a Tuesday. Oh no. But for anybody that's no seen Planes, Trains and Automobiles, give yourself an absolute slap of the face in front of the mirror and talk dirty to yourself, because it's a classic. In fact, I don't really know many people that haven't seen it. If they have, they've never told me. The reaction we got on the Facebook page when I put it out there that we'd be doing that was, oh, magic, brilliant film, can't wait, great film, blah, blah, blah. But the synopsis is that Neal, who needs to reach home for Thanksgiving, goes through a series of misadventures when his flights get cancelled and ends up meeting Dell, who's a travelling salesman. And that is very nutshell, because there's a lot of happens after that.
So many. But I mean, no, I found hilarious. It's actually based on a real life experience for the director, John Hughes. And I just thought, fuck that, man. I would have just gave up.
Aye, I know.
Oh.
But then again, if you never had that, would this film ever been made? But I mean, the first bit of trivia fact that I wrote down was that it is, in fact, John Candy and Steve Martin's favourite film they've ever done. Obviously, John Candy's got a wee bit of a smaller back catalogue because he left us in 1990 or 91 or something, but I can just see the two of them having such a fucking laugh on set, you know what I mean?
But that's the kind of lens to it. See, as they two are that kind of comedy, likeable way, you know what I mean? Because apparently they wanted Tom Hanks and John Travolta for this. Know what I mean? And it's just, it's not just. I don't think it would have like carried on, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't have came after the same way. But
well, these two guys were kind of probably the funniest guys on the big screen at their craft, weren't they? At the time.
Aye, definitely. Steve Martin, anyway, he was fucking. You go back and look at his catalogue and all that, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and all that. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid and all that stuff, mate. It's just,
the Jerk.
Then, the Jerk, that's the one I was going to say next, know what I mean? It was just kept coming, know what I mean? And well, he's done that. What is it? Only Murderers in the Building, and everybody loves that. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Plus, there was the Three Amigos. What a film that is, man.
I still do that. My mom still laughs, man. My mom's 73 now, you know what I mean? So they're the Three Amigos. Oh, it's funny as fuck. Oh, I know, man. I'm 46. You're still laughing at me. Brilliant. Aye, the two of them, great back catalogue. Obviously, John Candy was getting on to other things right after on the back of this. I had another 4 or 5 years to do them, unfortunately. But they're great, mate. What a team up. One of the team ups, like when we done See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor ended up doing a wee rake of films together because the chemistry was there. I wonder if, you know what I mean, before John Candy passed away, the two of these guys had plans to do more in the future. I would hope they would have, you know what I mean? Because their chemistry's
well, I've got a book here. It's really about all that crew. Like Steve Martin, John Candy and all that, Rick Moranis, know what I mean? Dan Aykroyd, they were all pals and all that, so you're all around about that time. And Bill Murray, know what I mean? But the book's called Wild and Crazy Guys, should anybody want to read it.
That'll be good. Can I get a line in that?
Aye, no worries, mate.
That sounds excellent. Because I kind of, what you said there, I kind of knew that anyway, but I also knew that Bill Murray and Chevy Chase were kind of getting pushed to the side because they're a couple of wankers, you know what I mean?
But both of them can be difficult, as the gist I got, know what I mean? Because even, we'll talk about the Three Amigos, and I think Steve Martin was getting asked about it recently with the Chevy Chase thing on it, and he was an asshole. Oh!
You kind of believed he's hyped, didn't you? When I eventually got fired off at SNL, it was just everybody just had enough of him. Cast, crew, the whole shebang, caterers, the guy that opened the door in the morning, he's a wanker. Get me fuck. So it was a shame.
Doing with his push.
It was a real shame because anytime when I was younger and I seen Chevy Chase in something, he was kind of a hero of mine. I remember when the music video came out for Call Me Al with Paul Simon. What a video, man. Chevy Chase just in it, fucking playing instruments and all that. And then obviously, he's the Griswold of all Griswolds as well.
That's it, definitely. But aye, a good duo, man. They work well with each other in this. Know what I mean? And aye. Okay. Well, I says John Candy. I think that's John Candy's best one. This is the one I've probably seen Steve Martin in the most. But for me, Steve Martin, see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, I think that's his best one. It's just fucking. That film's immense, man.
Well, again, Steve Martin is one of the actors. And by the way, if you follow him on social media, his banjo playing is fucking out of sight, man. It's so good. He's in real life endeared to him even more because him, Robin Williams, and Billy Connolly were three best pals. And they all helped each other out behind the scenes and getting across and doing stuff and all that. And they all played the banjo and they all drank when they drank, and then they chucked the drink and then had a right good laugh. I thought that was great. But Steve Martin, for me, I've never seen him playing a bad part. You know what I mean? I grew up with The Jerk, watched that to distraction, Roxanne, stuff like that. He played the mad dentist in Little Shop of Horrors.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Son be a dentist, son be a dentist. On the laughing gas and all that. And then it's just House Sitter, the Goldie Hawn. Fucking hilarious. And then Cheaper by the Dozen. Great wee film. Absolutely great wee film.
Aye. He's got a vast body of work. Because Mr. Martin.
I left it for you. Left it open for you, son. And you took it. And I'm proud of you. Because I knew you would. But listen, he nearly never done this film. Actually.
Aye.
He was convinced to join the production after having two scenes he had read from the script. The seat adjustment one, seen in the car, which is fucking funny, and the F-word tirade at the car rental scene, which I hadn't seen this film in maybe 15, 20 years, and I watched it twice last week, and I was taken aback by that scene. I don't think I appreciated it back when I watched it first time, and then I started thinking about it today, and I'm like, my God, how many fences had to be jumped back in 1986 when it was filmed to get this in there? So many F-bombs, man.
Well, mate, this is what I'm talking about. That's one of my favourite scenes in it, right? And see when this is put on like TV during the day, that bit's cut out for obvious reasons. And the other bit with the mad hillbilly and his wife is cut out. And I'm going, what the fuck, man? Why are you putting this film on and you're going to cut the two best bits out? It's so fucking...
Exactly. Imagine it's like putting Predator on fucking ITV at 12 noon.
Aye.
Why is this film only 9 minutes long? That's fucking shite, this film.
Where's everybody gone?
Aye. People disappear.
But aye, mate, since it's one of my favourite scenes, it's the fuck scene. Watching it again, mate, I was fucking killing myself laughing, mate. And it's also one of my favourite lines. See that, mate? Just goes, well, first of all, you can take that rosy fucking smile off those rosy fucking cheeks.
I want a fucking car. I want it fucking now. And you're going to fucking get me it. I was like that the other day. I was like, a wee boy. Oh, hope my mammy doesn't come in here all this swearing. You got to bother.
I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. Well, I don't appreciate being dropped off in the middle of fucking nowhere to keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there.
Aye. It sounded like more, but apparently it was 19 times they said it in that scene. The film would have been easily could have easily been rated a PG up to that point, or a PG-13 by the MPAA if it weren't for that one scene. So fantastic.
Mate,
I think,
fucking
what is it, a 15 here? Because of that.
aye. Oh mate, just tickled me fiercely. It tickled me fiercely. Just
It was like Rod Hull with his giggle stick in the middle of the night, right up your jacksie, tickling fuck right out you.
fucking hell, man. Oh, so good,
If
man.
if our friends in America don't know who, like, is it Rod Hull? No, Rod Hull had the emu. Who was the man with the giggle stick and the big teeth? Oh, Craig's talking pish again. My 80s memories left me. Can't remember his name. He went to jail. He got out of jail. He had a big tickle stick. It was like that. Ah, forget it. But you were tickled.
I was.
We got to. We realised that you were tickled.
Oh, but aye. It's superb, man. But
sorry.
There's plenty of fucking LOL moments there. Just I need to throw in the LOLs and the Tolos and all that, know what I mean, for the veins out there, you know.
Aye, definitely, mate. See, very strangely, right, when I read this, I thought, that's fucking weird. I mean, we done Castaway, and was it DHL? That was a delivery company?
No, FedEx.
FedEx. They couldn't wait to be all over this movie. Do you know what I mean? But in this one, no transportation company wanted to appear inept or deficient in any way. So crews had to rent 20 miles of train track, refurbish old railway cars, construct a set that looked like an airline terminal, design a rent-a-car company logo and uniforms, and rent 250 cars for the infamous rent-a-car sequence. So, pish, because they get free advertising. People going to see this, maybe, I would suggest, were brainy enough to realise it was a comedy, and it wouldn't matter if it was fucking Euro Rent-a-Car or American Airways or Greyhound buses. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, because back to when Corona was about, there was people on there buying Corona beer because the virus was called coronavirus.
I get that. And
they might have had a point.
But I think people this day are fucking morons. Thick as shite. He'd in phones and believe what they're told to believe. I think back in 1987, we were made a wee bit more sterner stuff, and we could sit back and go, aye, I can see what's happening there. But aye, people know buying Corona beer. What a fucking riddy, man.
But see, what I found out, I know, apparently there's like a John Hughes universe. Because like, see,
tell us about it.
The Hughes. Well, see, Neal's house at the end of this. It looks like the Home Alone house, but it's not actually the Home Alone house. It's just in the same street.
So that's fact then, because
aye,
I went a wee deep dive on that as well, and I've just heard aye it is, not isn't it, aye it is, not isn't it, aye it is, not isn't it. So I'm like that to myself, aye it is. I'm looking at it, I paused it, I'm like, that's the McAllister's. That is the McAllister's house. The garage is the same bit. There's fucking snow on the ground and all that. Can I see the doorknob? Is there an M on it? Is there an M on the doorknob? But it's no, it's fucking disappointing, by the way.
Aye. But it's like, apparently it's all linked. Like, was it, what's his name again? Ferris Bueller? Ferris Bueller Day Off and all that. Apparently somebody knew Ferris Bueller in this film and all that shit, and it's all interconnected. And I'm all for it, because John Hughes has made some banger films, by the way.
Yeah,
he's got what? Well, he's wrote them and directed them, but like Weird Science is one of them. The Breakfast Club. This, know what I mean? 16 Candles. I don't think
I've ever seen 16 Candles.
Nah, it's watch it, but it's not for me. No, and obviously Home Alone. Know what I mean? So
diddle it, Oh, it's nearly Christmas.
Plus he done Uncle Buck and all. That's how I thought it was all interconnected. You know what I mean? Oh.
Well, there's a thing I know. Now you've mismentioned that. Uncle Buck, the house he goes to watch the Waynes in, looks awful like that one. I know. I like that, mate. That's a good factoid. I like that. That is. That warms my heart.
Warms my heart.
That's.
Oh.
Because when I heard all the deaths in 1987, my heart was roasted. Oh no! But now it's warmed again. It's warmed like a couple of feet in a basin of lukewarm water before you cut your toenails. What I done last night, that was smashing. I can send
a meme the other day, mate. It was fucking hilarious. It was something like, my life goal is being able to breathe while cutting my toenails.
Listen, was that me? Did I send you that weeks ago? No,
I don't
because that's one of the reasons for me going to Turkey to lose weight is I want to fucking tie my shoelaces without holding my breath. I want to cut my toenails without fucking pulling a hammy. Do you know what I mean? Seeing you've got a big belly, mate. It's it's an affliction. It's an obstruction to life. Let me tell you. That is an affliction. And I'm not going to say MD's burdened me with that affliction, because I put the pizza in there. I drank the beer. I sat in my arse. It's all my fault. And then my metabolism said, fuck you, big man. You're not going on a diet. That's not working. Go and do something else. I went and got my stomach cut out. But
I was having this conversation. Well, way off topic here, right? But
it's your podcast, mate.
No, it's like I exercise, eat fruit, and all this shit, right? That's all good for you, right? Why is it when you come across, see, like, in films and all that, like the tribes and all that, the chief is always a big fat bastard, and you're like, oh, you're going to be doing the same hunting I'm doing, you know what I mean? And we're in the Amazon here, it's all fruit and stuff, so where's all that timber came from? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And normally they have sired many children as well. So I wish I was a fucking native Indian or in a lost tribe somewhere, because the big bastards get fucking treated like lords. Aye, fuck you, internet, telling me how to look that. I've just fucking wasted $3,000. I'm annoyed now. Again, there's people on the internet, you can flick on one thing on Instagram, it's a guy telling you to go on the carnivore diet, and it works and it's brilliant and smashing. Then you flick to the next one, it's somebody saying, go on the vegan diet, don't eat meat. Or somebody else saying, fucking only eat dairy. Who's right, who's wrong? We're all fucking different, man.
Exactly. Just sit down and have a meringue. But back to planes, trains, and automobiles.
I'm no fan of meringue. Aye, on you go, mate. Oh, is that what we're doing today? Aye, smashing. There we
go. Another wee trivia. A wee trivia dip there for you. Is Elton John apparently wrote a song for this film, right? And because of rights issues, it'll never be released. His record company were like, nah, you're not getting it. And the film studio wanted ultimate rights to the song, sort of thing. So
somewhere in the world, in a dusty cupboard, this song exists and nobody's heard it. Apart from the select few in a studio.
And that's, see, when the apocalypse comes, mate, people will find it. And they'll be like, this is the greatest song ever.
Elton, I know you're watching, because you're an avid listener to the podcast and you watch for YouTube. You message me in the fly and all that. Listen, you baldy fuck. Get that sorted. You're a squillionaire. When you go to the toilet and pee, pound coins come out. Get this. Look to the people need to hear it. Not only we need to hear it, we need to be it. Get it done. I'm warning you.
But all of this is the fuck scene was one of my favourite scenes, mate. What scenes in particular tickle your fancy?
Oh, well, obviously that one tickled my fancy as well. even right up to the very death when the wee fat chubby woman says, "You're fucked." Do you know what I mean? That's brilliant, man. Other great scenes. Fucking Hunners, doing. I've wrote Hunners this week. Just that. Oh, this shouldn't be hard. I've got that many to look for. I don't know if it's. I've wrote all these scenes down. I just think everything's brilliant in it. It just goes from one disaster to another disaster, from one disaster. I remember sitting watching it last week and thinking, who in this day and age would bunk up with a stranger thousands of miles for his destination? Fucking don't know if anybody would. Don't know how chirpy or pleasant the guy is. I really liked the fact that Dell starts punting shower rings as earrings to make some money, and all his excuses to the people. The wee lasses, he's let them put them on. He goes, "Do you know what? You're looking older already. I mean, I would say you were about 18, 19. They go, ka-ching, with the money and all that. I'll enjoy that. But at the very start, even just him running for the taxi, they can't get a taxi. Kevin Bacon's there because fuck knows why. It could have been MD. And that's the first time he trips there, the big trunk, and he looks at it. Like movie style, it's to be, that could be important later on. And he gets to the cab. Hey, get out of my cab. And Dale goes, ah! So, aye, there's that. And then another one. I like the transition for Neal realising that he's been a prick to going, oh, I'm being a prick. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a sarky cunt for the first bit of the film. Dell doesn't deserve it, although I can see why Dell would grate on certain people. Do you know what I mean? And then
the arc of that character smashing.
You've got Dell's big speech, which is famous. Even Family Guy done it. You know what I mean? I remember seeing it in Family Guy when Peter rhymes it off, and I'm like, where the fuck have I heard that before? Do you know what I mean? And there it was. And it was, you want to hurt me? Go right ahead. If it makes you feel any better, I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much. I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you, but I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Well, you think you want about me? I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get. There's this music playing behind it. And you start going, oh, all the way. Oh. And that's, you see Neal going, but it doesn't say to him, look, sorry, I was a bit harsh here. It climbs into the bedroom again. Into the beer swamp bed. You know what I mean?
Oh, fucking superb, man.
What other things do you like, mate, in it?
Oh, well, my favourite scene, 100%, is when Dell's driving and they're going between the two trucks, mate. That is fucking superb, man. And you're seeing it from the perspective of, obviously, Steve Martin's character. And he looks there and he's the devil. And he's just laughing. And it is so smart, man. Like, you're fucking evil incarnate.
Aye, that is so clever for John Hughes. It's like Tom and Jerry. It's like cartoon humour in a movie. It's fucking brilliant, man. Excellent. I'm glad you picked that out. The other comedic cartoony bit is when they get to their destination and they're in the back of the van and they're fucking frozen solid. And then it just pans to the wee Doug frozen going, ah.
Mate. But see the other one at all, it makes me cringe, but it's fucking hilarious. See when they're on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And Neal goes, right, who's got a song? And Neal goes, I've got a song. And he just goes, 2 coins and a fountain. And the whole bus turns in like, what?
I just you're fucking mad drunk uncle at a party. Geez one, Jimmy, geez one. 2 coins in a fountain. Hey, let your dad sing this. It's the only one who knows all the words to. But the bus, well, bus passengers, they're no right, but you're kind of led to believe in society pigeonhole people that are on a bus is because they can't drive or they're fucking just bus is cheap and all that. So they love telecommercial songs but then like you say, mate, they'll just and then he just saves his ass by going Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, and the whole bus like yeah, fucking now we're talking.
Oh dear, man. It's fucking so good. So good, man. Oh, it's just the way he cuts into it, man. And it's just, I see every time I watch it, I always just focus in on this specky old guy with a moustache. He's like, what the fuck?
Aye, and even another wee comedic quip on the bus is obviously the woman and the guy are fucking heavy petting each other, making out right beside them. And Neal's just looking at them, and the guy take a picture, lasts longer, turns her into Dell, turns back to the couple, and they're sitting there having a fag. What the hell?
Oh, mate. Oh, so good, man. Fucking so good. But, oh, man. But you're right. I know, see, talking about, see, like, obviously, when he's saying his speech and all that, and you're going all the way in, mate, you end up feeling heavy fucking gut. Like, obviously, at the end, anybody that's not seen it, turns out Dell's no got a family, know what I mean? And he's sitting in that station himself, man, and you're like, this film has taken a fucking turn. You know what I mean?
Aye,
But
that kind of hit me there when I watched it again. I remembered that he didn't have a wife. I couldn't remember if she'd left him or she died. I couldn't remember. And then he says it. But it's when Neal's on the train and he starts remembering everything that's happened. And he phoned his wife, but he phoned his pal in a hotel. He checked in with his wife. He sorted out a car. And he's just put two and two together and he goes back to the station and Dale's just sitting there, man. You're like, bottom lip starts fucking vibrating, man.
see what was good about that. I see what you're saying, like the Neal character on the train.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Apparently, that was the director, like you say, let the camera run longer after scenes. And apparently that was just footage left there that they used to put that scene together because they changed the ending to this and everything. Because the ending was supposed to be Dale was going to follow him all the way to his house. Know what I mean? And it made it a bit, he's a bit fucking creepy. But they decided to give the character a bit of honour, sort of thing. Know what I mean? And that was put in there to make it make sense. But there's a documentary, I don't know if it's out or it's coming out, and it's called Steve. And it's about Steve Martin looking back at his career and all that. And he's talking about, see that speech there that he says he's not got a home and all that. Apparently, well, I've read it. I went and read the script because it's longer. And they cut it down to, I don't have a home. Know what I mean? And it was him saying what actually happened to his wife and all that stuff. And apparently it get cut. Know what I mean? It's a hard read. It's a hard read, so it is.
I know. I've had to read it, but I'm glad they didn't put it in the film. Do you know what I mean?
He's fucking. He's like. I think he says stuff like he does this every time the holidays are about. He can't handle being himself on the holidays, so he attaches himself to people and all that. That's like, that might have been a bit much. That people would have fucking jammed out the fucking windies, tall buildings, and all this.
Aye. So for that bit, and then his speech in the hotel, for all this film as a funny bastard film, it takes here, there's a bit of truth here. Do you know what I mean? And it's done well in it. It's not oversaturated. Because obviously that doesn't end in that point. It ends with him coming home for Thanksgiving dinner. Neal's full family fucking welcoming him in. We got a pure turkey montage and all, you know what I mean?
That's how I'm like that. He's now Uncle Buck.
doing a mess around. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Aye. Mate, that's the reason I started listening to Sea Outdoor music, because of that bit. Doing the mess around. I'm like, who sang that? And then it was Ray Charles, and I'm listening to more Ray Charles. And then you end up doing all the what do you call it, the rabbit hole, all that music, you know what I mean? But
Aye.
it's mate, the film's superb, man. But
have you seen the Ray Charles film?
aye.
He's a bastard, Tim, by the way.
Aye, he wasn't such a jovial character.
I think he was on fucking speed dial with Ike Turner, that guy.
That's Jamie Foxx, isn't it?
Aye, great part.
Aye.
With a great part. Jamie Foxx, who is now a different Jamie Foxx, if you're to believe conspiracy theories, after his illness. It's a clone.
Aye. Aye.
Well, lighter than they went into the coma.
Aye, see me watch Cat Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Stevens, he done it in stand up, and he's like, they came out and they said he's got a disease and we don't know what the hell it is. Right? Everybody's like, oh, and he goes, and they cured them. I mean, so, oh fuck.
Can I give you a wee bit of airplane watch this week?
Oh,
I've done that a while.
Fill the skies with your eyes.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of people are wondering what kind of aircraft was about in 1987, and there was a plethora. There's that word again, plethora. If anybody doesn't know what that means and they're too lazy to look it up, it means a lot of, right? The exterior of the aircraft in flight is a reuse of the 707 flying through the storm from the movie Airplane. Yeah, 1980. We've done that as well. Also released by Paramount Pictures. So there you go. They spliced in a bit of footage for Airplane for 7 years prior, that going through the storm, which I didn't notice. I would never have known had I not read it.
There you go. See, we thought Airplane Watch was just a piss take, but it's not. It's very informative.
It is. It's factual, correct, and it'll make you a stronger being going forward in life. Just think the next time you're standing in the post office queue, fucking try to post back something to Amazon that was shite, and you're talking to somebody, wee Agnes, that talks to you a lot, that fucking, now they wee women at Stormy and queues go at posting something, son. What? Or you're in a doctor's surgery, somebody goes like at you. You know well, no. Bus stop, waiting a bus, son, aye. No, hen, I'm a bus spot fucking stop watcher. I just love sitting in bus stops. I'm a fucking weirdo. So there you go. It's informative. John Hughes, this kind of ties into what you were saying about all the stuff that he shot that wasn't used. He shot over 600,000 feet of film, which is almost twice the industry average. So enough for 2 movies, mate. The rumoured 3-hour version of the film, 3 hour? Oh! The rumoured 3-hour version of the film does indeed exist, although not in order. It's allegedly a mess of footage that would have taken months, maybe even years, according to Hughes, to transform into an actual film. It's locked away in Paramount's vault, and according to Hughes, most of it has probably deteriorated by now. Alongside the Elton John single. 3 hours, mate. Imagine that. That's for 3 hours.
Because there's parts there that's not really explained. Like, because like the John Candy character appears and he's got a black eye. See when they get the truck and he's got a black eye and you're going, where the fuck did that come from? Know what I mean? And it's just...
Oh, aye. No, did he not punch him? No.
But he punches him in the stomach. So...
There you go.
Yeah. So it's just... And there's things and things and things. But... I mean, see, other 2 scenes, mate, that I think are fucking brilliant, right? I forgot to mention them. It's the taxi, the hire guy, drags him with the boss, right? And then you just think it's done, you're going, oh, that's fucking... The next thing, he just talks in a high-pitched voice. It is fucking superb, man. It is genius.
Aye. Really well done. Slapstick comedy, again, cartoony, but fucking so well done. The other thing, when sorry, but like Neal says, how do I annoy you? Dale was like, you play with your balls a lot. I do not play with my balls. Larry Bird doesn't play as much with the ball handling in one night as you do in an hour. Are you trying to start a fight? No, I'm simply stating a fact. That's all. You fidget with your nuts a lot. You know what'd make me happy? Another couple of balls, an extra set of fingers. Oh, brilliant, man.
Fucking superb, man. But mate, see his little lines in this. Favorite lines, man. Oh,
He's a couple.
well, it goes back to one of my favorite scenes that gets cut out the film for some reason. But it's that man hillbilly and his wife. He's like, "What you doing sitting in the car? Get your ass out here and carry it. Put that case in the back." And he's like, "No, it's all right. It's all right." She goes, "She may be short and skinny, but she's strong. Her first baby came out sideways. She didn't scream or nothing."
Aye.
What? What?
And he
Okay.
keeps going. Twitching and all that. After he's slabbing his fucking tobacco juice all over the place.
Mate. Another one. Assuming they wake up after the first night and they've slept together and they're cuddling and all that, and it's like, Dale, why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? It's between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
Ah! Brilliant. It's even better made because the two of them jump out of bed and they start, hey, see the game last week? Yeah, great game. Oh, those Bears, huh? Yeah, going to go all the way this season. Try to talk like men.
It's the scene in the music, I know. The music and that scene, it's like I feel like Dracula's came out his coffin, like
Da-da-da. Aye, those aren't pillows.
oh, man.
Oh, I fucking.
Obviously, take that look off your rosy fucking cheeks. It gets me every time, man. Oh,
Aye, but even before he gets that out, she's fueling the fucking situation by being on the phone to her pal and then doing something I fucking hate. Is no being looked in the eye and somebody going like that. Do you know what I mean? As if, hold on a minute. All right.
aye.
Break that finger, you bastard. Couple of lines for me is when Neal says to the guy, he says, if I wanted a joke, I'd follow you into the John and watch you take a leak. Now, are you going to help me or are you going to stand there like a slab of meat with mittens? Brilliant, man.
The next thing just fucking bought. Wait,
Aye.
see that bit I know after they get robbed and they're sitting in a cafe and Dale comes to the realization, oh my god, we've been robbed. And he just goes, oh, you think so?
Aye. Brilliant, man.
So good, man. So
See,
good.
They're getting the room. I know it's just a wee off the cuff thing, but it's funny as fuck. They'll just go like that to Neal. Want to take a shower? No. Stranger.
Mate, I know, obviously, the new character in this is supposed to be a bit of an arse, know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you can fully get behind why he is. Because see, see to the point where the car rental thing, where he does eventually go off his nut.
Mm-hmm.
See, everything up to that point, it's just piling on the anger. Oh.
Because he's made his wife a promise to behave and just everything has gone against him. The Lord is not on his side, you know what I mean? Every single thing breaks down or is cancelled or isn't there or that's even see that trudge across the field when the train breaks down. You're watching all the people for a distance. It's like refugees, man. It's like the fury. All the people walking across the mud. And you see his mad shoes coming in the door, all caked and all that. Oh, fuck.
Oh, mate, I mean, this hasn't been marked on a list for like a remake thing because I think it's already been done to an extent.
Right.
Have you watched the film Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis?
Oh, aye.
Mate, it's very similar to this, man. Fucking like that film and all, but I see for some reason this is just, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because you see this one first. It was just better.
The original and the best, isn't it?
Aye, but it's so funny, man. It's doing that, you just know, see Neal, see when he was explaining to his wife what happened, you just know she was like, ah, you're full of pish. Just say you were at the pub.
Aye. I don't like her as an actress, by the way. I don't like it. Well, I don't like her character in this. She just seems very, again, we've got a lot of films we review with melted eyes, haven't we? People with melted eyes. That fucking baldwin
That's
eyes.
not a film I've seen her in. I'm sure she's always been a bad bastard, but
Aye, I can't think, mate. But she, again, when they get to the house at the end, she welcomes Dell like the long lost brother. You're the man that looked after my husband all this time. Welcome to the family. You know what I mean? Welcome to the and she looks as if she's going to burst into tears and all that, man. But it's great. It's a heartfelt end and all that. And when it finishes, you think, they're going to be best of pals forever and all that. Fucking Dale's going to move into that wee building at the garage at the side, and it's not going to be alone anymore. You know what I mean?
See, mate, that's what I'm thinking. That's where the whole Uncle Buck thing comes in. Eventually gets his life back on track. He's got people. Because that's what I mean. See, in that speech, they get cut short. He says that him and his wife had planned to have weans and all that, but they never had weans and all that shit. And it really reinforced what I thought, because the thing with Buck and his missus was she wanted weans and he didn't. And I'm going, oh, unagi.
Aye. Brilliant, man. Yeah, watch that film soon again, man. That's a brilliant film. So, anything else you want to delve into about the film, mate? Any other wee cherubs?
No, I mean, I think we've covered everything. I mean, even the wee tune, see that? Is it the Red River Rock tune?
Aye.
But again, because of this film, every so often it pops into my head, and I need to do it. Do 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 do.
That's great, man. See at the very start, but the music was shite. It was wah wah wah. Every time something rang, did wah wah wah. Oh fucking hell! The music was all right in the end up. So there's another couple of great things in it, like the state of the hotel bathroom that fucking Dale leaves. He's fucking soaked, steeping in the sink, all that.
The motor catching fire. The taxi driver with the mad pimp took taxi. Fucking it's great. There's so much
kids like that anymore.
And again, if nobody's seen it, go and watch it, man, because it's superb. Superb, man.
It's just like a go fest all the way through it, and you'll be glad you watched it. And if you've not watched it in a long, long time, get a rewatch because it's just as funny. It certainly doesn't feel outdated to me anyway.
No. The bits I laughed at the first time I seen it, I laughed at it again yesterday. So the humour lasts.
It does, because it's timeless.
Aye. It's brilliant, man.
I get 25 minutes into White Chicks last night, and I had to turn it off. This hasn't aged well at all, by the way. It's a bit crap. It's not even funny. It's a bit cringy, you know what I mean? I turned it off. Don't matter, it's 20 years old, but even for back then, I used to think it was all right, but I couldn't watch it, man. So, with that all encumbered in mind and braced and put in your little giggle fest of a brain, what are you scoring this movie out of 10?
I do believe I'm going to give it an 8. An 8. Because I've got it as that on IMDb, and that's what it shall stay.
Aye, so I've got it as an 8, and I'm keeping it as an 8. No better, no worse. Aye, great film. One I'll definitely watch again. That's for sure.
Oh, aye.
And as always, folks, we implore you to get on it if you can. Thanks again for listening to the episode, and if you enjoyed it, please consider sending it to someone else that you might like or you might fucking hate. Or you could use it as an icebreaker to that relative that you fell out with 9 Christmases ago over some stupid thing about the fucking cranberry sauce or something. Do you know what I mean? Send them it as a wee icebreaker. Get them to watch it. Laugh. Just enjoy life, man. what's the script? Because we've told you everywhere that you can find us, or you might stumble upon us, or you might trip over the tappies like Dell's fucking drunk. We're not doing that again this series. You know where to find us, you know where to get us. Share us, because we're to be shared. We are like a Walls Viennetta, right? You've got a Walls Viennetta in your freezer. You want to hammer that fucker to yourself, you do, but it's not built for that. It's built for sharing. Slice it up, dish it out, enjoy it with people. Oh my God, man!
At the risk of sounding blasphemous, rumor has it, see when Jesus was feeding the 10,000 people and he was dishing out bread and fish, he was also dishing out what's the script.
What's that, Jesus? That's a link, son. What? A link sausage? No, it's a link. You'll be able to click on that in 2024 years.
Oh, fucking hell.
I know, we're talking lots right now. So, listen. It's Chris's time to pick. It's Chris's time to pick from Big Craig's list. It's Chris's time to pick. Right, son, I will tell you that number 9, number 17, and number 34 are away. You can't pick them.
I'm going to go right to the very, very bottom, which was your last thought on the list. And I'll go 50.
Oh my fucking Jesus Christ, God, and me Mary and the donkeys and the disciples and all, even the bad ones. Number 50 on my list is for the $1 Billion Club and the Oscar Club. And my absolute fucking one of my favourite movies of all time. It is Titanic. Jimmy Cameron, Leo DiCaprio, and Kate Winslet were Jebs out. All I'm going to say on that is
come on next week, we'll be lying like one of the French girls.
and I know I will need to make a promise here before we do it, because I remember saying it in the group chat with the boys when they done Titanic and all that. I'm a bit of an anal factoid cunt with Titanic. It's a source of great interest and for me, and I promise I'm not going to every 2 seconds tell you an actual fact, right? It's about the film. I'll throw in a couple of wee cherubs in there, but we'll make it movie related, seeing as that's what the podcast about, you know what I mean? Film and shit. You like Titanic, mate? Do you like it?
Aye, I like when the boat starts sinking. It's cinematic joy. You know what I mean? So don't get me. I mean, I'm still a wee boy when it comes to the romance and films and all that. That's not my cup of tea. Cookies. You know what I mean? But when the boat starts going, oh here, I've been shot.
So I love it. I've seen it twice on the big screen. There was a re-release there and I missed it. So I did, but I seen it when it was fucking relevant. I went to see it with my ma when it first came out, and I went to see it myself. I love it. Love the whole mechanics about the boat and sinking, the characters, because they're playing real life characters. These people were fucking prevalent, and the romance, of course, is the cornerstone of it. But I don't think it's done sickeningly.
To
the point where you're watching it and going, fucking get our ass, man. It's
steady
and great.
It has, the romance thing has to happen, otherwise you're just watching a disaster movie.
That's it, right up to she murders him.
No.
No, this door isn't big enough.
Debate.
And we'll get to it next week. But we hope you join us next week, people. Thanks again for listening. You can get us on all the platforms. I've already said that. Good to be back, mate, innit?
Aye, it's a good laugh. Talking about films and all that. You know what I mean? It's a good pastime.
Aye, talk about films and talking about like Rolf Harris and that, you know.
I know we went for fucking the Crankies. Singing Kettle, Rolf Harris, to Fat Chiefs in the Amazon. This thing has fucking everything.
Oh, I'll tell you what, folks, even if you don't like planes, trains, and automobiles, give us a listen to this podcast because it's bloody information overload. It's factual. It'll help you in a future pub quiz. There you are.
There you go. There you go. But that sounds like a good way to finish it. So that's enough for me.
And that's fucking plenty for me. So, cheery bye.
Goodbye.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.